Welcome everybody. Welcome back. You were just here. It is noon in the eastern portion of North America. It is time for the tiebreak match for Class A Group 3. Let's look at this a little bit, shall we? So Umar, Hami, and Schwartz were in this group. Umar went 2-0 against Schwartz with all switches, no cape, and 11 runs. Hami went 2-1 against Umar with all switches, no cape, 11 exit, and no cape, no Star World. And Schwartz went 2-0 against Hami, no Star World, and no cape, no Star World. So really, it's difficult to see who's gonna triumph here. Real quickly, while I've got you here, we can look at the schedule for today if you haven't already seen. Thug versus Cap just concluded. We've got the tiebreak match here now. And later tonight, I guess in the afternoon at 2 p.m. Eastern, we've got Brams versus Shady and Dabs versus Fitz. And then right after that match, we have Sten versus Fitz. Fitz is doing a doubleheader there. And Fog Dude and Jared Gamer will also be happening at 7. Probably only one of those is going to end up getting restreamed. Maybe we can get somebody else to do the other match. But then also we have Mingura versus Mikri at 9:30. And apparently there's no Japanese time for the last match. I don't know where that went. It's just gone. It's there, there it is. OBS is being funny. There we go. But first, the very first thing we need to do here. This will be the first instance of this. We need to figure out what category is being played here. So let's take a visit to the big wheel and figure out what category we're playing here. So when it comes to tie breaks, it's just a 1/3 chance each for all castles, all switches, and no Star World. I swear I'm not rigging it for all switches. Well, let's spin the wheel and see what it says. I will flip if it says all switches. Oh, okay. No Star World. Actually, the thingy landed almost as far away as possible as it could from all switches. That should be proof enough. I forgot to put it through the prediction from last one, but Thug did end up winning. And unfortunately, you cannot put a prediction for 3 choices, so I guess you'll just have to put your bets in the chat. Alrighty. Hopefully the stream doesn't explode from having 3 streams open instead of 2. But we will be running No Star World. Looks like the runners are all ready, so let's get started. Make sure nobody starts in 2-player mode. Alright, and then I have to keep in mind that... Okay, Umar and Hami are on normal timing mode. Schwartz started his timer 2 seconds early because it started at 0, so I have to pause Schwartz for like 2 seconds. There we go. Okay, close enough. So this is the first 3-way match in the tournament. I mean, a little more difficult to see what's going on, but here, just to make sure everybody knows what's going on here. So each group had 3 people in it, or 4 people, 3 or 4 for Class A, and 2 runners from each group were moving on. Group 3 ended up having a 3-way tie. Each runner went 1 and 1. And so this race will just determine who will move on. So basically, whoever loses this race is going to be eliminated from the tournament. The top 2 will be moving on. So you don't have to win this race, you just don't want to lose. How many bits does it cost to watch this stream? It costs 1 bit. Just enough that you had to have actually purchased or gotten bits from ads or something. Otherwise, you're not allowed to watch the stream. Sorry. So far, World 1 going pretty normal. Everybody's still within like stream sync error, so it's really hard to tell who exactly is in the lead, but it's so small that it doesn't matter that much. And everybody will be grabbing fire here to kill Iggy, Morton, Ludwig, and Roy with fire. But then in the next level, we'll be seeing everybody grab the cape because, come on, this is Super Mario World. You gotta fly over the levels. Thank you for the bits. I should only see the viewer count be 3. If it's any higher... Well, I guess I'm not allowed to watch the stream. I haven't gave a bit yet. Well, let me pause my stream on my dashboard. This will be the first time today we see runners grabbing the cape in Donut Plains 1. Which is what you usually see all the time. Find a pay-through work. Yeah, that's fine too. We'll reimburse you for it. $61, $61. Umar gets a 62. You'll see that in a lot of these levels, even for levels that are just flyovers, they may get different times on the in-game timer when they finish the level. And that's just due to Mario's flight speed. When you hold right, Mario's speed when flying varies between a bunch of different values, and if you let go of right and just hold neutral on the D-pad, it locks into one of those speeds. So if you lock into a high speed, you'll finish the level faster than if you locked into a low speed. 40 bonus stars for Schwartz. Also the only one to get a 51, but again, very minimal there. Once you start playing this game for many hours, you'll start to actually be able to notice how fast you're flying, even though all the speeds that Mario flies at are very similar. But if you notice what speed you're flying at and you know that it's slow, you can adjust your flight speed to be faster. And so generally you'll see runners get, say, 263 on the timer. So in this level, if you get fastest flight immediately, you'll get a 263. If you, I believe if you stay with the slowest flight speed possible, you'll get a 260. That just shows you how much of a difference the flight speeds can make. But generally, you'll just see 62 and 63. Maybe a 61. Sometimes the game can be mean and not want to give you fast fly. In that case, you'll get a lower time like that. Oh boy, another level that you fly over. This one is tricky. If you fly too high, you'll get hit by Paragoombas, or you'll land on the moon platform and scrape. You see, everybody got a 62 that time. Now we head into Morton's Castle. Fly up to the bonus room. Immediately exit. Only want to go in the bonus room because it's faster, not to do the bonus. And everybody's going to be flying in just the right pattern to squeeze in between that little gap before it closes. And also bringing this springboard up so that you don't have to wait for the wall to jut out at the top. But so far, that World 2 is not bad. No giant mistakes. World 2 is very difficult to be consistent at, so I'm not gonna harp on Schwartz for being a few seconds behind. I'm more gonna compliment Umar and Hami for being so close to each other still. There's so many just little things that can add up in World 2. Normally you're supposed to need to use the red blocks from the red switch palace to get up there, but you can just fly. Umar getting an 83 in the first room, that's actually really good. Saving an extra game second. It feels so much nicer to get to save an in-game second, which is about, one in-game second is about 2/3 of 1 second. A little faster than a second. But really, sometimes saving that one in-game second is just like a few frames because you just need to get a few frames faster to get that last game second in. So even though Umar and Hami were 1 game second off in that level, it probably wasn't more than a few frames. Both got a 62. Everybody got a 62 and VS2. That's another level that you have to be careful of when flying over, because there's parabombs. And what do you know? Another level that you fly over. Shoutouts to Maestro, by the way. Collecting those coins and those zeros. A tiebreak for the tiebreak. We'll see. It would be very unlikely that all 3 runners got the same time. However, it would be much more likely and just as good if one runner was way ahead and the other 2 were so close that they tied, so they had to do a mini tiebreak for the tiebreak. Just really fighting to not get eliminated in this group. Schwartz is behind, but did get Thwomp Boss by spinning his cape after coming out of that pipe, which caused the Thwomp there to despawn. It doesn't save any time really at all. It's just cool to be able to despawn the Thwomp. And of course, Butterbridge 1. Have to actually watch this level. So Schwartz is about 9 seconds behind the other 2 at the moment. But we haven't entered Forest of Illusion yet, so it's still really anybody's race. It's very, very difficult to tell who's actually in the lead until after Forest of Illusion, at least. Just due to Yoshi clips. It's very, very possible that Schwartz gets first try clip and Hami and Umar both have terrible luck. Hopefully they all get through with no issues, because it's really sad when a race comes down to Yoshi clips, but A fun SMW trivia fact during Butterbridge 1. I mentioned it on my stream a lot, but I'll mention it here. You can get an invisible block right here where these turn blocks are. You can turn one of those blocks that has coins in it into an invisible block by overloading how many bounce sprites spawn, which is just the sprite that shows up when you hit a block to show that it looks like it's moving up and down. Hitting a block causes one of them to despawn, and if a bounce sprite despawns while it's in its animation, the block just stays invisible. You see Umar and Hami both saving maybe like a half a second over Schwartz there for both getting pipe fly, which is what that weird like spin flying over and over and jumping in the pipe at the end was. By doing that, they were able to do a little bit of a cape pump in the last room. Save a game second. Umar saving. You could see they both entered that level at the same time, but Umar's leaving a good second after, just due to flight speed. $69 bonus stars. It's really hard to get 5 without wasting a lot of time. So, good luck. Alright. And see everybody switch to fire here in the third room. Cape doesn't really help you much going up this net room. You may as well switch out at the start. That, and you don't really want to lose your cape either, because that's kind of annoying. So putting it in reserve and safety is good. But you don't really want to lose your fire flower either, because that loses 14 seconds. Because you have to wait for Ludwig to jump around and hit him. It really depends on how comfortable you are with no cape strats, I guess. Going into FOI 1 with no cape, if you don't know what you're doing, can be annoying. Especially since the only cape in that level is the roulette block, which you have to like sit around and wait for. Everybody doing the... Oh, I guess Schwartz doesn't do the Yoshi dive bomb strat there. Alright, well, here comes the beginning of the forest shenanigans. Umar will be trying for wings here. 2 pea balloons. Wings. And I believe that's going to end up just about even with where he was before. Maybe saving a couple seconds over Hami and Schwartz, who just didn't even go for them. But here's the big thing. Here come Yoshi clips. Oh, Umar got the 1 in 4 chance of being kicked out instantly. Hami's through. Schwartz is through on the first try. So now we've shifted. Hami's in the lead by far, who almost swims inbounds to get that block. And now Umar is only a second ahead of Schwartz. Let's see when everybody hits the goal tape here. Hami just before 37, Umar just after 39, Schwartz just after 43, but Schwartz's timer was 2 seconds early, so that was actually 41. Very close. Everybody's still within 5 seconds. Since this is no Star World, this may come down to sandbar too. It might be so tight all the way to the end of the run. Barring any huge catastrophes or anything. Everybody makes it through Roy's fireballs. Ooh, Schwartz. Oh, I knew that was gonna happen. You hate to see that. The fireball is just right there. Normally I would get out of flight mode there, just because even though it looks like Mario's flying right under the item box, his hitbox is more towards his head. And so a lot of times you drop an item, it's gonna fall behind you. So now Schwartz is about 10 seconds behind Umar, who's about a second or two behind Hami. Well, which is about where we were when we entered Forest, except Umar and Hami have switched places. So just like in Butterbridge 1, runners will be entering a pipe right after taking off here. And that allows them to get flight right after exiting the pipe. And in this case, since they're being shot out of a cannon pipe, they get a flight speed that's faster than normal. Pipe cannon shoots you out at 64 subpixels per frame when usually the highest you can get is 51. And so by doing that, because it's so much faster, it does make up for the fact that you have to go in the pipe and waste the transition time. Schwartz showing off the spin fly strat in the Chaka Ghost House. Just ride the fishing boo all the way to the end there. This is a race of no Star World, which is just beat Bowser without going into Star World. Umar's slowly catching up. And now is ahead. Maybe. Hold on. Yeah. Had to make sure for stream delay there. Oh. That was very interesting. I was wondering what Umar was doing there. I've never seen carrying the Buzzy Beetle there, but that could have turned out much worse, just like I was talking about the Chucks earlier. Good thing he had that Buzzy Beetle to bonk into him. no, our perfect sync. Umar's timer is a little bit behind now. Hami entered at 30, Umar entered just before 30, so Umar's half a second ahead now. Oh, Schwartz getting a wall clip on that pillar. Deciding to stay back. Almost got hit there. Uh-oh, Umar's stream is gone again. There we go. Yeah, at the moment, since two runners are moving on, and Umar and Hami are so far ahead, they're pretty safe at the moment. It doesn't really matter which one of them finishes first. So Schwartz has just gotta hope that one of them messes up. If this was a tiebreak match in which only one runner advances, you might have seen some sandbars going on, just to see who would take the first position. But if they're smart, and this like lead holds, then neither of them will go for it because they're both more than a sandbar ahead of Schwartz at the moment. But there's still a few levels left. Umar getting double despawn. Unfortunately, his stream is all cutting out, so you can't really see what's happening there, but both of the boo rings are gone. Which just allows him to not have to deboost through the second ring like Schwartz just did there. Double orb. Almost triple orb. Orb. Umar's stream is really far behind. Now it's not. Just like that, it's now not behind. By much, at least. By as much. Ooh. Umar got his flight timer was a little messed up there. And so he wasn't able to hug the ceiling. And so he was able to just get hit by that mole. Now everybody's frozen. So maybe this is the restream tool. Bogging down. Now we see only Umar. Yeah, neither of these are loading again. Well, we'll see if Umar goes for it. I don't think he will. He is slightly behind, I believe, after getting hit there. Ooh, he does go for it. Securing the first place. Oh, Schwartz is back. Hami's back. Yeah, Hami did not go for sandbar. So now Umar is in the lead, I believe. Pause this. 40 on the timer. There we go. Okay. Actually, 50. Oh. Hami's stream froze right as I was trying to sync them, and now it's just worse. But Umar did get the sandbar. It looked like he was the only one to get it. So he is in the lead now by a comfortable margin. Yeah, Schwartz is going to have to hope that one of them dies in Reznor or something catastrophic at this point. Or death in Bowser. Oh! Hami taking damage on spikes. Oh! And taking damage on the spikes again while trying to get the feather. This is bad, because now Hami has to do Reznor small, and it's very easily that can die here. Oh. Whew, okay. Still in there. Still has to get through Dark Room. Oh, Schwartz taking damage on the last spike, but he's got that cape. He really needs every second he can get, though. Yeah, no teleporting Mario. Small Mario, when he hits the platforms that the Reznor is on, he can like get teleported to the left side or the right side, and if you're not expecting that, it's easy to just fall right in the lava. So Umar is having a very decent cape kill here. Schwartz will be able to do cape kill as well, and Hami is stuck with capeless kill. And it looks like Hami knows how to do the no cape strats for hitting Bowser, so I don't expect to see too much time loss here. Although Schwartz may be able to catch up if Hami messes up a ball skip here. Might be that close. Oh, that's good. Taking it very safe. And Umar going for the last hit. And Umar comes in first, secures the bracket stage entry. With a 33:10. Really good race time. And Hami finishes with a 33:38. So Hami will be moving on to the bracket stage as well. And unfortunately, Schwartz will be left behind. Eliminated from the group stage while also getting a 33 in No Star World. That's pretty impressive. Definitely an impressive performance by everybody. All three sub 33s, or sub 34s. Not bad at all. Where's Rich at for the 333? 333s. Oh yeah, that is right. Umar makes a good point. Had a second cycle clip and 2 extra P balloons. So easy sub 33 there. But Super Mario World being Super Mario World. Alright. Well, with that, we have, let's see. Group 3 is now finalized. And unfortunately, Schwartz has been eliminated, so let me mark that down. Alright, well, that is it for this race. Let's see. What do we have going on later today? Yeah, the streams are now not cutting out for the credits. Very important. Oh, perfect. Credits music is playing in my playlist. So, Hami vs. Umar vs. Schwartz just wrapped up. That was our second match for today. We've got 5 more queued up. Next will be Brams vs. Shady, the last match of Class A Group 7, also an elimination match. Whoever loses that match will be eliminated. And whoever wins will move on to the bracket stage, so the stakes are high. And then, so that match is actually in an hour. There'll be an hour break before that. Brams vs. Shady at 2. Then at 5, we have Dabs vs. Fitz. Let's see. This is Class A Group 5. This group actually doesn't have very many matches finished yet, so it's hard to really say. Because Fitz hasn't played any of his matches yet. This will be his first race of the tournament. But then right afterwards, Fitz is playing Steven, so that'll be interesting. And then at the same time, Fog Dude vs. Jer will be going on, and that one, that's the last, actually the last match of all of Class B. But unfortunately, it probably won't be able to be restreamed here on this channel because Sten vs. Fitz will be going on. Maybe somebody else will be able to pick that one up. But then 9:30, we have Mingyura vs. Mikri in Class C. Oh yes, Matthew's correct. The Fog Dude vs. Jer will also be a deciding match, because Xander was the other person in that group and he won both of his races. So a lot of deciders today. Alright, but anyway, that'll be it for now. I will be back in about an hour for Brams vs. Shady. I guess, let's see. I wonder if any of these runners are still streaming. I think... Oh, okay. I go into a stream to see if the person is still streaming and they immediately stop streaming. Good. Alright, so I think we'll just go ahead and toss you over to Osui then, because he's doing all castles attempts for the sub 34. World record is currently 34:01. I'm trying for that to cut off an extra couple seconds. So thank you all for watching, and I'll be back with Brams vs Shady in an hour. Goodbye.